What is going on, guys? Hutcho322 here, back again. And fans and coaches of the ASL, I am here with...
Hola.
That's Malone, if you didn't know by the thing on your screen that said Hutch. Malone is going in. You know, he's a up-and-coming
Oh yeah,
singer, you know.
singer.
But we have the Week 4 power rankings for you guys. Our opinions on how we rank each of the teams are strictly opinion-based, so please don't get offended. We're going to get right into this. And we agree, as usual. That's how it works around here. So we both have the Las Vegas Gardevoir at 14. Malone, would you like to start off? Why you put the Las Vegas Gardevoir at 14?
Okay, yeah. So once again they lost. Um, it was kind of just a heartbreaking loss because it kind of like not. I don't know exactly what to say, but it was kind of like just losing hope on their chance. I mean, they lost to the Amsterdam Alakazam Tour. Milan, who was a great battler. I don't know if he's had the best luck this season. He was second to last in the power rankings last week, and he 6-0'd him in a just kind of dominant match. But I think just that solely
Yeah,
keeps him at the bottom spot.
yeah, definitely. Standings speaks for themselves, and he's 0-4, so he's the only team that has not picked up a win. I know he'll pick up a win. Every team picks up a win at some point. Uh,
Yeah.
it's just this week was not his week, and it's hard for me to put him over people when he hasn't picked up a W yet. That's just my thought process. So, going up next to number 13 is the Las Vegas Ludicolo, and I put them down there because they have been on a losing streak. Again, I'm sure we'll reference this game a lot, but it was very, very narrow first win, and he's lost ever since then, and they've been decently big losses. Hold up.
Yeah.
So let me look at
I mean,
the schedule. Go on.
his losses were a total of a -11 differential because his week one win was +1.
Yeah, he has been 3-0'd. He's been 4-0'd. He's been 3-0'd. Like, those are decently big margins, and like 2-0 is like close margins. Like, yeah, he's not getting like 5-0 or anything, but he hasn't won consistently. He's been on a 3-game losing streak. His team is decently one-dimensional. He brings a lot of the same sets each week, which makes the preparation a little bit easier. But yeah, that's why I had to put him down there. Thoughts, Malone?
Um, yeah, definitely agree. As Hutch mentioned, he's been on a losing streak, and his only win was actually a 0-0 score. So he hasn't really won a game with a positive differential, if you're getting all technical. But he's played some kind of tough opponents the past 3 weeks and just on a losing streak. I mean, if he's able to pick up a win next week against Keister, who, I mean, this man's good, he's capable of it, but Keister's also pretty capable of winning. So, I mean, he's gonna need to pick up a win soon if he wants to have a chance of, making it back up.
Alright, so moving on to number 12 is the Amsterdam Alakazams. I believe both ranked them at number 13. They're moving up. They're still 1-3,
Mm-hmm.
so they didn't move up that much, but they did pick up a powerful 6-0, as Malone said earlier, over the Las Vegas Gardevoir. It puts them back into the swing of things. They have momentum now, which is key,
Mm-hmm.
and they have a sense of winning. And Torn T, the number one pick, finally put in work. So, Malone, would you like to share your thoughts on why you put it at number 12?
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. The one reason that he may be ranked a little bit lower than people who have similar records is just the fact that it was against the team in last place. Again, just standings. But he played really well. Again, in the dominant game as I mentioned earlier, and he kind of just helped his differential. He lost 6-0 and then won 6-0, so kind of back to even playing grounds.
Yeah, his differential isn't bad because he got the 6-0 and he had close losses, which is very important
Hmm.
down the line if he gets on a big win streak and it comes down to like, I don't know, maybe he ends like, shoot, 7-5 or not 7-6, and maybe it comes down to those close losses. You never know. So number 11, we both of course have the Phoenix flag on Squid Keister, and I put them there because they lost close. They're 1-3, of course, but they lost very close to Anderson, who we both have fairly high. So plus
Hmm.
Anderson, I believe, is 3-1. If I do have
Yep.
my sources correct, yes, he is 3-1. And Keister is a very capable battler. Like Malone said, I've seen him do very well in leagues, and he's played some very tough opponents. He's played Anaria. He's played Anderson. Let me
Yeah,
pull
I was
this up.
mention that.
He played Laurie. He played uh, Altaria, and he also played. No, that's it. That's four. My bad. He's played some very tough opponents so far. So 1-3 isn't that bad for playing that tough of opponents, and he can bounce back, especially with this team. Especially since he got like Clefable and Metagross, I'm pretty sure, from trades.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah, he undoubtedly has probably like the best. I mean, not the best, the hardest schedule so far. Um, into this, and he should be, or not should be, but could be 2-2 because of the sleep clause lost in week 3.
I'm sorry. I like mute my mic when you talk, so like I don't have like noises in the background. And I was like talking, and I was like, wait, I'm on mute. Give me a moment. Dumb
Oh.
thoughts, dumb thoughts, dumb thoughts. Okay, so now going through 10 through 7, we agree for the most part. Just the disputes a little bit on 7. So,
Hmm.
number 10, we put me, Portland Timbers, and Malone, go ahead, speak, and I will piggyback on your thoughts.
Okay, so I mean, looking statistically, actually, I might take back my comment earlier. Hutch has probably had the hardest, or one of the hardest schedules so far, playing the
Anderson, the
number one,
spam,
2, and 4 seed so far,
yeah.
and the 13 seed. But I mean, 1, 2, and 4, and they're all pretty good battlers, and they're close matches for the most part. And I think that this week he was playing the number one battler undefeated, like just had a 6-0. And he played phenomenally. He had a 1-0 loss. I mean, he actually was capable of winning that game and pulling off a
Miracle?
not necessarily surprisingly, but an, a pretty big upset. Even though I wouldn't have been shocked.
Yeah, if you guys didn't see the weekly recap, that game it came down to two scenarios. That's how close the game was. It came down to whether he had Aura Sphere or Mirror Coat. He had Mirror Coat, so he won. If he doesn't, I can recover stall him. But it was a very close match. I put myself higher this week just because Vish has been at number one, at least from one of us, for 4 weeks in a row. 4. I'll
Mhm.
spoil it right now. Yeah, he's number one for both of us. So the fact that I pulled off a 1-0, I think that's pretty good. I do. And my
Mhm.
team is good, in my opinion, and I can make a comeback. I know I can. I just gotta play some less like top 4 opponents, and I'll be good. You know. So yeah. Coming up
Mhm.
next is the Kanto Evers at the number 9 spot, coached by Rocker and Shadow Champion. So I put them at 9 because they lost. Or did they win? I think they lost.
This
Yes, they
week 4 they
lost.
lost to me Mantine 6-0.
Yeah, they got 6-0'd. You can't make playoffs by getting 6-0'd. Have they been 6-0 twice, or was it a 6-0 and a 5-0?
I believe it was a 6-0 and a yeah, it was a 6-0 and a 5-0.
Yeah, they've lost by very big margins, and they're 2-2, but they have the worst differential of a 2-2 team. So, because they are
Actually, over 1-3 team also, or 1-3, 1-4.
no, they were 2-2.
Yeah, but they have a like they their
Oh yeah, yeah,
differential
yeah.
is worse than all the 1-3 teams.
It's never to spam. But yeah, the fact that
No,
they're
it's higher.
no, theirs would be -8.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about.
So basically, their differential is worse than almost every -3 or 1-3 team. So that's just you can't be seeing that out of a playoff team. They have a good team. I really like it. It's got Entei, Garchomp, Tapu Koko, Mega Arrow, but they just need to find their stride. You're up.
Yeah, I agree with that. Both of their victories were like really close. Um, I mean, week one was against me. I just couldn't find my groove. I guess I played terribly. I'm not gonna lie. And then their week one was only a 1-0 against the Las Vegas Gardevoir, who are ranked last. But yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So, at the number 8 spot is the Arcane Arcanines, coached by Altaria Motives and Samjo. I put them here. I believe they won this week, if I'm not mistaken, over Static.
They
Triple scarf,
did.
triple scarf. I'm gonna say it a couple times. Triple scarf, triple scarf. That's very, very smart by Altaria. Because if you have speed, okay, my headset's about to die. That's dope. So if you have speed, you can control a lot of the game, which can be very, very important. And that's very important. And they
Mhm.
did win, so they beat Static, who is ranked in the playoffs and is still a playoff spot, I believe, in standings. But yeah, they played well, and I believe I moved them up from last week. Yeah, you're up, Mon.
Mhm. I mean, they've had a relatively tough schedule and they played pretty well. I mean, their first 2 weeks were against top tier playoff making teams, and they were 2-0 and a 1-0. Um, one of them might have been a sleep clause. I forget. I'm
Yes,
pretty
one of them
sure.
was.
Yeah, and then he won the Phoenix Flygons in a sleep clause. But this one was huge for him. And although he has a tough opponent next week, it's a pretty big momentum gainer now that he actually won a match. Um, and he played really well playing against, as he said, a playoff team. And if he
Yeah.
can keep his win streak up, he has a shot of moving up into the playoffs.
Yeah. So now at number 7, I have the new team uh, that took over. Excuse me, the Stoic Sandslash Bionic Puppy in the Hampshire. I put it as Hampshire. Oh my God, how many people have been triggered for the past like 5 minutes? Hold up, I need to fix this. Wow, I can only imagine. I'm sorry, Bionic Puppy. You're probably slamming your head on the keyboard. But I put the Hampshire Hoopers at number 7. They lost. They did lose to you, which is a very formidable opponent.
Well, I did play Inaria in the Stoic Sandslash,
True, you did, you did,
but
you did. But
um,
I put them lower because yeah, they lost. Anaria lost, not Bionic Puppy. But
mhm.
whoa. So I had to put them down there because they have a new team. Realistically, when you get a new team, you don't normally do well. Like when I joined the ASL, like in week 7, I lost like 2 or 3 games in a row. So it's like,
Yeah, I did
and
terrible.
yeah, I've seen people join leagues and then when they first have their team, they usually don't do well. That's just how it rolls. You don't know your team very well unless you've literally played with basically the exact same team before. And Yeah, they're 3-1, which is a good record, but I had to put them down there just because they haven't filled out their team yet. So, Malone, go ahead and tell us why you put the Netherlandians at number 7.
I mean, I definitely agree with you. I mean, I'm kind of gonna spoil number 6 and just saying that we had ours flip flop. I had the Hampshire Hoopers at number 6, and he had the Netherlandians at number 6. But the reason that I put the Netherlandians lower is because they did have a win against the Spam. He's a great battler. So his team is interesting. I mean, it's a pretty good team, but it was a good win nonetheless. And whereas Inaria has a better record and a but they did lose their winning streak. And I mean, Bionic Puppy's actually a very good battler in other leagues that I've seen him in. And as a new recruit, not recruit, but just a new member, um, hopefully he'll be able to kind of adapt to these mods, better than some of us did last year, as you might know. But if he's able to use his team, which is in my opinion, one of the best teams. If he's able to use it well, then he should be able to keep a playoff spot.
Yeah, it's bulky utility, which is very, very good in this format. So, we're going to hop on into the playoff spots as what we believe the 6 teams that should go to the playoffs as of right now. So, as Malone said, we had our flip-flops. So I put the Netherlands as number 6, and he's the Hampshire Hoopas at 6. So go ahead and talk. I'm going to give you the double header right here.
Okay, so I guess for number 6, I'm just kind of saying the same thing, but
True. I'll go then. Since you basically
yeah,
just like wrapped it in a bow. So I
I try to say
yeah,
that, yeah.
I put the Netherlands at number 6 over the Hampshire Hoopas because they know their team. Yeah, Miguel YT dropped out first week, so Laurie didn't get to draft her team. Yes, that's true. But she's come accustomed to it. I believe this
I think
week.
she's used all of her transactions. I believe.
Yeah, I think she has. So she's gotten to
Or
build
no, she's
her
used
mons.
4 out of 5, which is
Yeah,
already more than most get.
yeah, because she's a new coach, so she gets a bonus too. Uh, I believe she got a Zam sweep, like a little mini sweep at the end.
Mhm.
So that's what Zam is meant to do. I mean, yeah, you could sub Calm Mind Stall, and she likes to run Barrier, which is actually pretty cool. But I
Yeah, I almost
mean,
wanted the game.
yeah. Uh, she's learning how to use Mega Zam more and Magirna and threats like that. She's learning how to use them a lot better now, which is only gonna help her down the road. So that's why I put her at number 6 because she's really coming strong with her team. And then next up we have the Inner Melodic. We both agree, coached by Static G0703, the Jolteon of Gaming. I'm pretty sure I got that right. Or
Yeah, you
the one
did.
and only
That was
Static.
great.
Yeah. Yeah. Static intro. I got it. I got it down. So, I put them in number 5 because they're a playoff contender. Yeah, they lost, but Triple Scarf is kind of hard to. It's kind of hard to prep with and prep for, and Altaria executed it very well. And
Mhm.
Altaria is a very good opponent. So Static losing to him wasn't out of the blue like, oh my god, how did he lose to him? No, it was just kind of like run of the mill. It was like, yeah, it was gonna go back and forth. You knew that going and watching the match. And Static has a very good team. He's made a couple transactions. He dropped Silvally for Alolan Marowak. Yes,
Mhm.
yes. So that'll take an effect week 6 or something, week 5 or 6. But he's made a couple transactions.
Yeah,
His
week
team is very
6.
good. Yeah. His team is very good. It's very powerful. And he's executed it very well, so I had to keep him in the playoff spot. I couldn't put him out of it. Go ahead, Malone. Talk about Static.
Okay, yeah, so I agree. He's done pretty well so far. Um, his record is it's 2-2, and he has, even though he did lose his streak, he has the potential of kind of regaining it over the next couple weeks. As his opponents are not in the playoffs runnings, so if he's able to play as the standing show, he'll probably be able to regain his streak. But yeah, I mean, he's played pretty well so far, except for a game or two.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of hard opening the season against probably the best team in the league.
Oh, definitely. 5-0 is
Yeah.
kind of running the mill against Vish as well. So, next up, we both have the Meter Mantine at number 4, and they've pretty much stayed in this region for both of us.
Mhm.
And I'm pretty sure we have the same thought process in this. Their team is so good. They get Manaphy now because of the trade, which makes their team infinitely more scary. Not that Clefable wasn't scary as it is, but what's interesting is, like, yeah, Bionic Puppy slash Anaria done. They don't have a Mega, and they're 3-1.
Mhm.
TG and Raver, that it's the same case. So they haven't used Mega Ampharos. Yeah, they have a Mega, but they don't use Mega Ampharos, and they're doing just fine. Their team is
Mhm.
very, very good. I love the buildup of their team. Oops,
I forgot that they had McAnthros.
I just went onto the GSL standings for a sec. My bad. That might be in the video, but oh well. My bad. So I really, really like their team. I've said it before, and their team is just crazy, crazy, crazy good. It's hard to take down, especially with threats like Manaphy now, Mudsdale, Beware. They've used Beware very well, and they're gonna go far this season. I know. Leon, your turn.
Yeah, so I definitely agree. I mean, it is kind of hard not moving them up after a 6-0, which was great match for them. I think that their opponent just, I mean, no offense, but you just kind of played terribly. I mean, I'm not trying to take offense. I mean, Rocker played for the first time in like several months. For some IRL issues, he had to be the co-coach and wasn't able to play until pretty recent. I think that was his first match back. But I just think that it was a little bit too easy at the moment, and now hopefully Rocker's gonna gain some strength and be better. But on just the topic of TG1 and all their new trades and stuff with Manaphy, yeah. I mean, I've noticed only two teams haven't made transactions. So yeah,
Yeah, I believe that's Vish and
Anderson.
yeah, which are top tier teams. So why would
Oh
they
wait,
make
no,
transactions?
Vish made one. It was Bionic Copy 8 slash Static slash Naria and Anderson actually.
Okay,
So
yeah.
they're right next to each
Again,
other.
top
So
tier teams. So yeah.
yeah.
So then we have a little dispute on 3. Uh, like you guys already heard me say, Vish is number 1, so that means we flip flopped. With the Swablu's and the Parasects.
Mhm.
I put the Parasects in number 3 just because Malone is on absolute fire. He's tearing through and taking lives. Anderson's been getting some wins, I'm not gonna lie, but he hasn't been getting as dominant of wins. That's not what his team's meant to do. His team isn't meant to get dominant wins. His team is meant to stall out people, get close wins, and get dubs. That's what it's meant to do, and that's what he's doing. So I commend him for that. That's very, very well use of his mons. And top 3, just because you're not in top 2 doesn't mean you can't win at all. I mean, top 3 is still pretty fantastic. I
Mhm.
just had to put you higher, Malone, just because, you're on fire and your team is absolutely scary, and I don't want to play it again. That's scary. I don't want
Yeah,
to
I
play
don't know if
Anderson's either, but I have better matchup against
mhm.
him.
Yeah, I don't know what's with me putting myself lower than you every week, but gotta happen.
Yeah, yeah.
I just kind of feel like Anderson's had a very, very tough schedule so far. He faced you. He faced at the
Anaria,
time Anaria. He faced
Lari, and Keister.
Laurie, and then he faced Keystar, who's actually a great battler and gave him a run. So
Yeah,
that was
all four of them are really good battlers.
yeah, that was a good battle. But I think that he's just kind of more deserving at this point. I mean, he just played really great all season. With the exception of that one match. But I mean, we all have our bad matches except Fish. But yeah, I think although I do have a higher streak only by one, I think that I'm gonna need to be able to keep it up. I just feel like past experience, Anderson has a pretty good shot. I mean, considering both of our opponents next week are kind of on the line of playoffs or not, it's gonna be interesting to see who's still in their spot.
Yeah, and another thing, this doesn't contribute to why I put it the way I did, but it's kind of just a fun thing. But I played both of you. Anderson beat me 2-0. You beat me 4-0. If you guys don't know
Uh,
why I'm saying that, you might want to see some help. Meaning that Malone beat me better because Malone beat me more, so he went higher. But that's not the reason though. But here are the top two. I put the Swablues at 2. Malone put the Parasects at 2, and we both have the Winters Weavils at number 1. We've both already talked about number 2, unless you want to talk more about it, but I'm pretty sure we both talked about 2 and 3.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so let's go straight to number 1 in the Winters Weavils, coached by Itzvish, the powerhouse of the ASL. Not lost a game yet. He's 4-0 with a plus 16 differential, if I'm correct.
Yep.
Yep. It has the most broken Mon in the format. Tapu Lele. Has Gengar as UU. Has Minior as RU. Broken, 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 broken. Not to mention, he's a phenomenal battler. I'm going to go ahead and let you talk, Mon.
I mean, yeah. I mean, at this point, like, he's basically clinched playoffs. I mean, he's like 99.99% gonna keep up his streak at least for the next 3 weeks until he gets to Anderson. That'll be a tough battle, but I think he's capable of winning it. I mean, if he's able to make it, I'd say just 2 more weeks of winning, he's definitely gonna make playoffs. I mean, he's already gonna make playoffs. But he's already had like 2 6-0s or no 1 6-0, but
2 5-0s.
yeah, he's had 2 5-0s, a 6-0, and then most recently a 1-0, which
Okay, so he's
gave
plus
him a run
17.
for his money, you could say, you know.
Yeah, I had the
But
best matchup against him out
yeah,
of all the teams, in my
hopefully,
opinion.
I don't know why I'm saying hopefully because I'm in the league, but hopefully he's able to you know, pick back up next week. Like that might be a bit of a momentum downer, just considering his past victory margins.
Yeah,
But if he starts to lose some, just thank Hutch.
yeah. Alright, so I'm going to say this because it needs to be said because people need to have a chance against him. If you haven't noticed, Vish has mainly special attackers. What does that mean? Prep for Zygarde and Minior and then have a bunch of special bulk, and that's what gives you the best chance. Why do you think I had the best chance? I prepped for Zygarde, he
Blissey.
didn't bring it, and Blissy's a god. Yes. Blissey got one shot, but it constantly applied pressure and just especially Wallheim, and that's what you have to do. Yeah, Lele gets Psy Shock. There's nothing you could do. That mon's broken as it is. Just try and like toxic install it or just like it's so hard to take a hit from that thing because all out pummeling. That was great, but I'm gonna keep putting him on number 1 until he loses. So
Oh yeah, definitely.
there's not much to say. He's just phenomenal, and he's not gonna lose for a great while. So, I think that'll wrap up the power rankings. It has been almost a clean 30 minutes. And we are going to get the heck out of here. Malone will be with you hopefully on Sunday, as long as scheduling doesn't go wrong.
Almost done planned.
We go rapid fire through the power rankings, all the panels at once, so you guys can like stop and go back and whatnot. But we're gonna get the heck out of here, and and Malone will see you Sunday. I will see you guys Wednesday for top plays and weekly recap respectively, and we will see you guys next time. Good